In this tutorial, we are going to cover how to run your Python version which you are using in your Sublime text. So I have written the files in here in my Sublime text to make it very easier to go about the process and to show you guys how it is done. It's an easy process, so let's delve right into it. Okay, so the first thing we want to do is we want to go into our terminal and to be able to access which particular Python version we are using, and then to see which one we want to use. So you can just copy this and then we enter command not found. Okay, then let's try which Python. Which Python 3. Okay, so when I type which Python 3, you realize this is my Python environment. So it has given me the Python environment without giving me the actual Python version that I'm using. But actually what should have appeared should have been the Python environment. Yes, so I think the reason why there was an error is because of the space I gave within the Python and then the 3. So it should have been one word. So once we type which Python 3, it gives a sends us right into our environment, which is the Python 3 environment we have working within our Python environment or within our terminal, which particular Python version is applicable in there, which is the default. So once we've done that, we know within our terminal it is Python 3 that is default and that is working in there. So the next thing we want to do is we want to go into our Sublime text, which I have over here, and then we want to run this particular import system. So we import sys, then we create sys version. So we want to see the version of Python which is running within our Python terminal. So we run it by using the shortkeys command then B. So command B. So command B. Currently I have Python 3.82 running here, and then I have Python 3 running here. Initially I had Python 2.7 running within my Sublime text, and then I had to change it to Python 3. Now the next step to do, if you have Python 2.7 in here whilst you have Python 3 in here, you have an error within your Sublime text because your default Python is Python 3, but your Sublime text has been defaulted to Python 2. So there will be a clash of libraries and you will not be able to run the Python 3 over here. So what you have to do is that we have to be able to run the Python 3 which is in our default terminal in here in our Sublime text. So to do that, we'll have to move into our Sublime text. When we come into our Sublime text, we'll have to go to the tools bar. So we'll go to the tools bar, then we click on tools. So when we click on tools, a drop down menu pops up. Then we see build system over here. So once you place your cursor on the build system, a drop down menu appears. Then we go to new build system. So we click on the new build system, and then this is what appears over here. Now you realize within my new build system I have shell cmd is to make. Now I have this over here because I'm using a Mac. I don't really know for the Windows and the Unix operating systems, but for if you are using Mac OS, then the next thing you have to do is you have to change this thing over here with this variable. So we come to Mac OS, then you see it's written over here Mac OS. That let me increase it a little bit. See, okay. Oh, hold on a bit. Okay, let's just go on. I think it is clear and you can see. So when we have over here Mac OS, and then what we have written is, let me uncomment this. So what we have over here is Mac OS, and we have this showing over here in our Sublime build. So now we want to replace this command with this command, right? So all you have to do is copy this command. You copy it, then you come over here, then you replace this command with this command over here. So once you are done, you have to indent it. Once you're done, then you save it, right? But I have mine working already, so I don't need to save this. I have mine working already, so I don't need to save it. So if you are working on Linux, if you are working on Mac OS, this is the way to be able to set your default Python, which is working in your system, into your Sublime text. Now we are not done yet. Hold on a bit. Now, if you are using Windows version, or if you are using Windows version, then the next thing you have to do is, for Windows version, you have to copy this command. You have to copy this command over here into. Now this is the command if you are using Windows. If you are using Windows Sublime text, then this is what you have to copy into your Sublime build. You copy this and you replace whatever that is in there with this into your Sublime build. If you are using a Unix, then you have to copy this. So you have to copy these particular commands and replace it with whatever command that would be in your Sublime build. Now you realize in the CMD, we are saying our command prompt CMD is equal to user local bin Python 3. So we are channeling our Python environment into the Python 3 so that it will be able to pick it up. When you come over here, we have Python 3.7. We are moving it just into the Python 3.7 environment, which our system over here defaultly works with. Now once we are done, then we have to come back to our tools. So once we do this, once we replace it in the Sublime build, we come back to our tools, we click on our tools. When we click on the tools, we go to the build already. Now when I did mine, I didn't save it, so I have untitled over here. Now you see this Python is a Python 2. Now if you should have saved your Sublime build, and you saved it as Python 3. Now you have Python 3 showing right under the Python. But I saved mine, I didn't save mine, so it saved it as untitled. So this is my untitled build, and this build is working with Python 3. So I chose this, and then once you are done, you have to come back here, and then you have to run just this version again. So once you run this script, Command B, you have your Python version showing over here. So this is a simple tutorial just to teach you how to be able to set the Python version which your local machine is operating or working with within your Sublime text environment to be able to run your Python programs. Alright, so see you next time. Subscribe to this channel, Coding for All. Bye.